in the American context, we had slave revolts. And the slave revolts were quite bloody. So, for example, the best known slave revolt in the US, or the largest, was Nat Turner in 1831, the Nat Turner Rebellion. Now, Nat Turner was black, obviously. He was a religious fanatic. He was a zealot. He was convinced that this rebellion was inspired by God, and all of his actions were sanctioned, approved by God. He gave the order to his Confederates to kill all white people. Kill all white people in your path. And a lot of white people were killed. Scores of white people were killed. By current terminology, we call them innocents, were killed. I wanted to know, how did the abolitionists, those who opposed slavery, what kind of moral judgment did they render on Nat Turner? And so I went back. One of the greatest of the abolitionists, white, was a fellow named Garrison, William Lloyd Garrison. He was the editor of a newspaper called The Liberator. And I went to see, what did he write? And I have to say to you, it was very consoling to me because he did what I did after Gaza. Number one, he said, I told you so. We warned you and warned you and warned you and warned you, we meaning the abolitionists. This was going to happen. Number two, he denounced all the hypocrites, the pious, self-righteous hypocrites who were denouncing what happened in Nat Turner's rebellion. And number three, and I hope your listeners will pay close attention, number three, even though he said what happened during the Nat Turner revolt was horrible, it was very clear he never once condemned the slave revolt. He did not. He did not. I posted on my Substack, I posted on my Twitter account, the full statement by William Lloyd Garrison. He did not. And the Nat Turner Rebellion, and I described it to you just a moment ago quite accurately, it now occupies an honored place in American history. It does. And William Lloyd Garrison is a revered figure. There were basically William Lloyd Garrison, Charles Sumner, Thaddeus Stevens, and Garrett Smith. There are a few. But he's one of the revered figures of the abolitionist movement to end slavery. So I felt assured, even in the absence of my mentor, Professor Chomsky, I felt confident that I had applied, even though my moral faculty is not finely honed, I applied the right judgment in this situation.